discuss into kind na incommodity no yendi. I think so first of all, measure stories no near babishimu into games in the so this particular weekend. Definitely your top 4 competition I was say who say will be better to qualify for the Champions League and I want to qualify. Then your league deciders 2 be on man also very crucial in this particular weekend. I was in that in the but first of all, fancy be perceive didn't commodify Martin Zubimendi story now we are in an Arsenal situation.
Okay.
Now, baby a encommodity in Gina was here the funny say baby Arsenal Gina say pano mujina say to make this particular signing and the impact of such a player in this particular Arsenal setup. More or less, Bana or Bano and why echo. And answer all Bano why position and as see no assemble bebang. Fancy me to me say Mikel Arteta invested not less than 800 million pounds in the last 5 seasons. Now, in the last 5 seasons, Adia Watimiaji the FA Cup. During the COVID era, Chelsea the Champions League, Liverpool J the Premier League, Arsenal J the FA Cup. And they more the FA Cup no do one any one beam because na Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Alexander Lacazette mo. Omuna ne wa Arsenal, but say no omunyina no. There's no single one of them in this particular setup. Our key player. It is for 5 seasons now to so ne besi next season mun say Arteta ntimi anye hwea. Meaning say project now why this can was spending nyina no. It starts raising questions about the dwumadi a wababedi. Yeah. But fancy na no pama me no nim komo bi about something. There are 7 stages of rebuilding a club. 7 stages. The other can your friend the crumbling of an empire. Meaning say team no adwudwa agiagu nyoma tetia pansam kra. There was a certain dynasty be an so for example within Arsenal. Ubetimi aka say Arsene be build a certain dynasty be Arsenal. But the dream maybe nyina ye dey. Agigui it egu from ebubu se pimpram. Then after the crumbling of an empire now then you come to the false dawns. The false dawns na kwa to say they said the adefufuro bi ba ade no edi nkunimdie na badam is light fufuro bi apie. But me one light na apie ni light papa betimi abo ase betimi dia jinkuru abi. It is free time you call you know. As a Wenger call na dynasty there was Unai Emery.
Yes.
There were various coaches that came around which you felt senka bibia ben and I say bia light na apie no kire say bibi fufuro be Arsenal. But entimi ankwa nkosiaga. Then there was the near misses. That is the next step. The near misses no will have to do and I will not Emery now no muji to me is a false dawns na ba no because obeying a trophy who in terms of an European Cup in the Europa Cup and a Chelsea share energy. Then you come to the meltdown stage. The meltdown stage na no na Unai Emery edru maybe no obi abo afu Arsenal enye ye bia Arsenal den kasa bebrebe. There was a proper meltdown with the supporters. Any kasa won chain and omudi jane kwan. But it did not stop the stages of rebuilding at Arsenal because you need to go through all of these phases. Then you come to the obsession stage. The obsession stage comes into the fact say now no Mikel Arteta ba no abeji the FA Cup. Say no you are so much obsessed to winning many trophies because the command the watch it. It is supporters in you obsessed with winning, supporters in you obsessed with playing good football, supporters in you obsessed with getting quality players.
Yeah, because good football under Wenger, omo hubia. So when you get to the obsessive stage now, bibia baby, it will be steady ara. Mikel Arteta first best 6 months to 1 year na omo pragmatic football pa. No my boys who Chino Aubameyang and Lacazette makofa, no my prebon there until say they started growing in possession and all of these things. Mama said then we are getting back. So supporters were so much obsessed with playing quality football, getting results and winning trophies. It is our stage, you know. Oma ba trahonu say ababedru the Odyssey stage. The Odyssey stage, you know, I heard the Odyssey movie biano. Omo kwaku the Trojan horse war no. Ekobae no. Odyssey no netina nsuo no so obo amamo kodi nkunim no. Okodi di nsuo na tem na the god of the sea. Eka so obetwe na so. Iti see no anam so nim say direction we no okọ. But okọ ana see na sa de na banachi. It was spending so many years on the sea without getting home. Until so do one time be okọ pa nsuo no chow. Ana nsuo no jitu sa afi de memoir dey akofie. So Arsenal is on this stage because they believe say baby omugina say no fancy. Omo kwa 45 years the trophy bi anya dey. Emai. Omo kwa no matwa sa ana omugina fako. But the last stage of it near the right manager effect, which they have not gotten there yet. But if they are going to get there, the right manager effect doesn't mean say Mikel Arteta near the right manager. So we need to assess the real effect of Mikel Arteta being the right manager of Arsenal by winning trophies at the end of the day. So now I'm do this stage in this because they have failed to win trophies for a number of years because for example, in the league, it will tell Mikel Arteta at the press conference now or say the number of points on accumulated in the last few seasons in the league money day. Komaji 2, but this time around, no 67 points no money and ever form. The next 3 games now in the league, so multi-mission no money 9 points. Fancy Yakasaba 76 points, which is below whatever Arsenal are in the Premier League. It is promise also multi-mission, but the right manager effect will come with the final touches. I'll bet the account team, especially signings and modifying your tactics and systems. Or introducing new things to get you what you want to achieve. And Arsenal next season also mutimura. Because to Kwanache, they've experienced the meltdowns, they've experienced the obsession, they've experienced near misses. Or more experience a crumbling empire. Now they'll need the right manager effect and signings never shall see free Martin Zubimendi. And the question will be able to say Arsenal priorities as a sana. May fancy. Signing Martin Zubimendi is never a problem because o checking the quality and in the football now or bona fancy untimi nka say oye player bi na sa oba no be shemu wa Arsenal or be having huge problems in terms of complementing players be to say Declan Rice mo just to get results for Arsenal. But baby a question in a free bano the priorities of Arsenal say mo 60 million euros da ho some of the bet trigger obi release clause ana mo ntimi nya bi fan quarter striker na January. When you be unfan koto striker because the season no can call a chose said the quarter because 60 million euros also on the bet trigger there. Then January now was Ankato will be my
and sir January nanka money Oli Watkins even the last day.
The time on Modeko Oli Watkins.
So Arteta the nane bofupa.
Fancy the time on Modeko Oli Watkins.
Yeah.
So set your priorities right. Only assembly baby a one no. But now Jorginho Echo Flamingo they will need a replacement. So meaning it says Zubimendi ba start to Arsenal na. Fancy. I strongly believe say there are certain games Zubimendi will start. There are certain games he will not start. So more or less, say Jorginho role no not a squad rotational player. Meaning says Zubimendi ba no. Already no ba be replace will be a squad rotational. What I saw be a crucial player in the starting 11 and no squad rotation and ejina ne money bo than do Arsenal. But Nippon no be replacing the no a squad rotational player in the shape of Jorginho. But Zubimendi no matter anything in the performances.
Zubimendi is more of a 6.
Zubimendi is more of a 6, but Arsenal 6 ni say na Thomas Partey Partey na ebo. Oko.
Partey so nya extended.
Partey nya extended. Meba ho onkoye. But Arsenal who so mo chiro mo abra mo ball Champions League game first leg against Paris Saint-Germain. Avance na Thomas Partey missing. It is squad depth way. So open so about Champions League now so league now. There were games and Arsenal did the same 11. About Champions League now almost at the same 11. Akobo the Premier League. It is come more squad depth I am sure say and come many players be a committee me league ni be so ahead about the Champions League. But na squad depth me I don't believe in quantity, I believe in quality. Okay. And Zubimendi is one of them. But the only issue I have here is more 60 million euros da ho. I don't never my supporters no so about so maka say and 60 is a mo striker be one year bomb 65 70 mama me kan chese muniska. Because obi anim said ye here is say pa no ye here ni mo two. Arsenal here a proper center forward. Arsenal here a clinical left winger. I will bet me abo as a left forward. Because Bukayo Saka ma goals meboa. Who here center forward obema goals. Xabi Alonso ye di no ho nkomo bebre. Na say Adeba a lot of fans are failing to understand and realize this. Carlo Ancelotti needs to be celebrated before he moves out of Real Madrid. Well, providing a certain level of foundation in terms of winning mentality be Real Madrid team ni mo. Any kind of overlooking. And Ebema Juma na Xabi Alonso ba be ye ne be the fokakra from that part. because already this is a winning team. And the expectations are already there. They know so season they be and Real Madrid can't afford to go trophyless. They will definitely need to win a trophy at the end of the season. Yes. It's Carlo Ancelotti, I don't know best set it to fancy. Over 2015, 2016, 2016, 2017, 2017, 2018. Where Real Madrid edge Champions League me sato asuna. Omo a period be within one season can you go say yaba. And then omo for Julian Lopetegui. And sana Julian Lopetegui ko Chama Santiago Solari abesom kakra. And sana Zinedine Zidane di omo be den. Every season, no. But the following season, Zinedine Zidane started season, no. The only thing Real Madrid won was the UEFA Champions League. Despite the fact that there were other previous trophies. Be no more than Musa and Musa bet me aka. But when to me on a day, or when to me I need the Champions League. Champions League round of 16 Campo movie until Carlo Ancelotti arrived again. But Carlo Ancelotti banner was back to Real Madrid. Now he is the most successful Real Madrid coach due to the number of trophies away day. What any the number of points are what he accumulated. Now he has won the La Liga. We're making sure so budget the Copa del Rey. Was also what the UEFA Champions League need two. As also the Real Madrid. So we would understand the position now. Generally players now what he abo mono. Etimi a building a bit more confidence. Etimi maybe more bedroom bembeso mababedri. Now he is leaving this particular team to Xabi Alonso. Abra team no a lot of world beaters. World beaters near wine on Oba and Vinicius Junior no say goes there. But look at Adia Vinicius Junior kakra. Then you look at Chouameni, centre back to a central defensive midfield. How our city moving on anyhow what me building on. Then you look at Vava Di Frederico. Jude wa Brantier no. So team now what Jan no. As a team leader, maybe you might have questions about the tactics in the system. But I think improving individual players, you can never tell me say Carlo Ancelotti be PM Real Madrid no onye bi papa bia and was some manage squad near to a certain extent squad nan can talk about him to but now in the dressing room he leaves a team there is no issues and they will try to make sure so they will win under Xabi Alonso. But Xabi Alonso issues are for raising and say oh bebo 3-4-3 players burn on the bebo. But fancy who check it this season is a Shadrack bet me aboya in terms of the various formations as Xabi Alonso abono then you be hunu kwa obefa so the Real Madrid team we befa so there were games are about 4-3-3 there were games are about 4-2-3-1 so on your screen o check here in 27 games omobo with a 3-4-3 in 8 games omobo with a 3-5-2 in 5 games omobo with a 4-2-3-1 in 3 games omobo with a 4-4-2 in 3 games, Omo with 4-5-1. In 2 games, Omo with a 4-4-1-1. So meaning say, Xabi Alonso, despite saying the preferred formation, the 3-4-3 no. Fancy, or you're subject to change this formation at any moment in time when he sees the opposition on any kwakobo. That means on your static with one formation. It means there are several arguments in the Bimu raising say, oh, and I'm a room crab or back. There be Xabi Alonso the any different because was son and son of various games this season according to the opponent Omunio Mubeshia. Despite say the 3-4-3 near dominant in terms of the formation in the system we use know he's always subject to change when the need arises.
Yes, a bit depending opponent.
A bit depending the opponent. There are special games so bit son and son don't call with a 3 back. But at Real Madrid, if they decide to go with a 3-4-3 with a number of games, especially looking at the La Liga number of games, no about share the UEFA Champions League games, they know about the Copa del Rey games. No, that's what with a 3-4-3 now. Fancy, you would understand. Said the 3 back wine. It is very likely say Raul Asensio be ball free the right wing, the right centre back. Obe realizes say fancy. More or less, Antonio Rudiger be ball from the left centre back. In the middle, no, a horny asem no. Say Obeyusu either Chouameni, either Militao, or even David Alaba. I think that is why Real Madrid wants to go into the transfer market to buy a centre back. For the right wing back, they are sorted because they have Alexander Trent-Arnold. So no crumple the one man. Then is Dani Carvajal. Yeah. Then there is Lucas Vazquez. Also, Lucas Vazquez will attack you a solid power.
Yes.
It will make me soon the right wing back. But maybe Real Madrid saw what problem pie the left wing back.
They say baby you dear.
Frank Garcia ne Felamendi mo dear.
Vazquez dear beko.
Say Vazquez say kwa that means some right wing back in the Carvajal
and Trent.
And Trent.
Yeah.
Then the left wing back in the Felamendi shall say no for the left centre back position because defend your yard here. Ah, no. Said Alonso pair in the wing backs and the Felamendi to me more.
To Frank Garcia mom.
Frank Garcia na no ko be second choice and Real Madrid will go into the market for a left wing back. Into no money abre
Lucas
Hernandez. Manchester United Theo Hernandez in Lucas Theo Hernandez. Ana Manchester Alvaro the Benfica yi. Omani abre so some person ko fa na de ne ba. It fancy you look at Real Madrid setup na then the double number 10 because who ko pie mu wo Bayer Leverkusen na Adli ene ne Tantela na ye dey ebo. Senator Tantela ni ho no my Florian Vett prano pra no kwa na Tantela ni be ye dey ebe shem. So you look at the double number 10 na omo nye wingers ankasa.
See na say
omo ye playmakers ankasa.
I want to say be a Jude any other goulash.
Double
number 10.
And I said, there be also on the double pivot no. Or pebako obesity control dictating the tempo of the game. And or pebako box to box B2B.
Okay.
So box to box no. Jude Bellingham fits it perfectly well because Otake or Kawasashe goes in the BBR. Now who plays the number 6? That is where Tchouaméni. Any Vavadi be pray. It's Real Madrid. No more eager some room for Jonathan Tah. But Jonathan Tah come on. By me make a drew actually. With Jonathan Tah and Komodino. But Bibia nyanye day. Now ya confirm Xabi Alonso and Xabi Alonso be for Real Madrid. Maybe discussions can even change. Because the center back row na kasa na obeshe mfimfini no. CCB row no. Obehi obi ti say Jonathan Tah. But say Jonathan Tah no when na very likely say in game say mo ade no betimi de Tchouaméni akoshe ho. Then Vavadi ne Jude Bellingham be dey. But the Luka Modric ne Camavinga so betimi free bench aye dey. Aba. But the double number 10 no ho and I'm sure how I'll bet me I'll build a certain game around Rodrigo, Vinicius, Mbappe, Brahim Diaz. Adagulas and Brahim Diaz there. Omono what yati assess omo backup. Anna Hendrick so your backup. So the ma Kylian Mbappe. But Rodrigo and Vinicius no. Also Rodrigo no number 10 ko ni problem because mo was about tempe. But Vinicius a touchline winger. How obetimi transforming Vinicius in that particular role? Say Obama na ba be playmaker, so obetimi create now for the attacker no. Me sure how obetimi and bibia so ne because o hwe for so here by Leverkusen na. Fancy or build it over two team no more so 17th in the Bundesliga. Fancy no more winning only one game out of 8 matches. No more relegation. Should the way our Danny team ni shebre. The signing somewhere in the first season, the signing so yeah no. Or signing players 83 million euros. That is the 2023-2024 transfer window no. Because 22-23 no master season that. And Obefa team they were January transfers though. But you look at the 23-24, the number of signings of Mudium but now they tell no clock of fan but not a right midfielder. But ultimately Dane no the neighbor right attacking midfielder. Share the quality of the more in the absence of Florian Vett, Okofa Victor Boniface, share Granit Xhaka, share Jonas Hoffman, share Arthur, Matej Kova as a goalkeeper from Manchester United, ball playing. Then Obabe Okofa Bojan Iglesias, but Bojan Iglesias almost higher day. I didn't call because ne on the see a kind of man set Vigo. And when you want man and share Barcelona, then there's Joseph Stanisic. So you look at the quality of Sansa Omodio Mobile, and yes, Kakesi, but these are talent, fancy. Or then it's a somu a blended with a more experienced squad no a resource. She players or Tony or by na Musa Diaby na top player. Or the Nekojiska was Aston Villa, Michelle Baker, or the Nekoe, Karim Demabi, or the Nekoe, Nadia Mamiri, or the Nekoe, Paulino, or the Nekoe. Just most of these players had to leave. But look at the team of build here. So fancy, I strongly believe say there is no time at Real Madrid to see you rebuild. But I think say everything Xabi Alonso touches is good. And this is a testing period for him.
I'm to say free period so season the end yeah rebuilding
Madrid will never do